All right, so you probably clicked on the thumbnail here and you thought, hey, that has to be clickbait. But today we're going to get into how I drive my Tesla for free. Before we dive into how I drive, my Tesla, which is my daily driver, how I drive it for free, we're going to go through a few different ways in which you could drive a Tesla at a reduced, upfront cost or a reduced monthly payment, or how you can drive a Tesla and have someone, other than yourself, pay to have that car in your possession. So the first thing that we're going to go through is a company called Autonomy. And you may have heard of Autonomy before. They have Tesla Model 3s and Model Ys. And what you do is, instead of owning the vehicle or leasing it, they do it as a subscription service. So there is an initial startup fee, and that startup fee can range anywhere from $1,000 for a Model 3 all the way up to, I think, a little bit over $5,000. And the amount you put down for a startup fee will change your monthly payment. And so on the Model 3, they have several colors to choose from. They have you can pick a red, blue, the black, or the gray. If you put down $1,000 as your startup fee, your payment will be $1,000 a month. And then that changes depending on how much you put down. So your initial startup fee, if you put down $5,900, your payment goes all the way down to $490 per month. They also will do insurance, and all of that can be bundled in if you qualify. So it can be a one-stop kind of shop to get your insurance and your monthly payment. And as I said, it's a subscription service, and it's done at 3 months at a time. So this is one way. They also have, as I said, they have Model Y as well. So the Model 3s that they have are the rear-wheel drive model, the standard range, and they do have those with either the 18-inch or the 19-inch wheels. Then it moves into the Model Y. So if you put down $7,900 on the Model Y, you can get almost a $600 payment. A $1,000 start fee gets you a $1,350 a month payment. And again, same as the Model 3, insurance can be bundled in, and that's not going to be part of that $1,350 for the monthly payment. If you were to go and just go to the Tesla website and try to buy a vehicle, maybe you don't have the best credit, maybe you don't have $15,000 to put down to get your payment from the monthly perspective to something that you can afford. And if this is the case, if you can afford $1,000 a month for your payment, and you've got $1,000 to put down, you could drive a Tesla with not great credit and without a lot of money upfront costs. Now, obviously, the month-to-month payment is pretty steep, but it is doable. The second option is driving with Uber. So if you want to drive with Uber, and then when you're not driving, have a Tesla to cruise around in, you can rent a Tesla through Uber for $334 a week. I haven't shared this on this channel before, but I do from time to time drive on Uber with my Tesla Model Y, and in a day, I can, it's not a lot of money, but I can make about $300 a day if I put in like a good 8 to 10 hours. And I could make more than that if I'm like really focused and try to do, a lot of airport runs and things like that. So you could rent a Tesla and drive with Uber for, basically one day's wage. So it's $334 a week. Now there are qualifications that you need to meet. Certain stipulations, and I have the web page pulled up here, and we'll scroll through that, and you can kind of see what why you clicked on the video. So I'm not the first person to cover this. There are other people that are doing this in not only the Tesla community but just in the world in general, and that is through the app Turo. I have my vehicle listed on Turo, my Model 3. I also have my Model Y listed on Turo as well. So here I have a display of my earnings, and I've had the vehicle, my Model 3, on Turo for since July. My payment for my Model 3 is about $400 a month. So I actually bought my Model 3 in January 2020. I have the standard range model, standard range plus, and I was able to get my payment to, like I said, about $400 a month. It's just a little bit less than $400. And so you can see on my earnings here, total, if you look at the purple, the dark purple there, that's just over $3,000 since July. I have some upcoming earnings still in November and in December, so a total of $1,000 coming. That $148 reimbursement, that's for things like EV charging or tolls, things like that when they're driving the car. So that's not actually income. They actually spent that, and then I'm getting reimbursed through them. And then I actually had some downtime. If you remember from one of my videos, I talked about Tesla service. My vehicle was in service, and so I actually had rentals during that time, and I had to cancel them, which led to $1,000 missed earnings. So if my payment's $400 a month, I can make 2.5 payments from $1,000, and that's if you look at December, it's about $700 coming to me, and I have about $250 still coming. So I mean, about $1,000 remaining. If I hadn't canceled, I'd be looking at just almost. So I'd be making $5,000 in over 6 months' time. And so for 6 months, at $400, that's $2,400. So I mean, not only am I paying for my car, but that helps pay for electricity and helps me pay for my insurance. I do rent it out a little bit more frequently than you would need to pay for itself. So on average, I make over like a 4-day visit or a 4-day rental, I'll make about $250. So if I do 2 long weekends a month where I rent it out, that will cover my payment. And so this is a way, and I like I said, this is not financial advice or anything that I recommend that people do, but it's a way for me. I love my car, and it's kind of a way for me on the side that I can get somebody else to pay for it and still, enjoy driving it without that large price tag. As always, the goal of this channel is for me to get better with every video. So if you have any comments, suggestions for future videos, please let me know. Also, if you're maybe interested in Turo more, maybe you have some questions, please drop those in the comments. I'd be happy to respond to that. I'm happy to share. I think there's a lot of great ways for people to get into electric vehicle that aren't traditional. I mean, if you have the money, go buy a Tesla outright, or finance it, lease it, whatever's best for you. Even if you can buy it, Turo may be a good way for you to make some extra side income and get somebody else to pay for it. All right. Please like the video, hit subscribe, and again, provide comments in the chat. That will help me get better. All right. Have a great day.